Hey, this is Rick Casalage from exercisesforinjuries.com. In this video, I wanted to go through 5 restorative exercises that ease your muscles and mind. I'll get Donna Lee to demonstrate the exercises. I'll kind of highlight the details of the exercise. And Donna Lee will move into the first one. There you go. So the first one is cat and dog stretch. So how it's working is you're moving from standing, you go into a 4-point position. So knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. You're good alignment when it comes to head, shoulders, and hips. And then you're going to round out. So dropping the head, rounding out through the spine, tilting the pelvis back, and then reversing. Good. Tilting the pelvis forward, arching that back, bringing the head up, holding for a second, and then reversing back. Good. So when it comes to this exercise, the sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5, and 1 repetition is rounding up and arching down is 1 repetition. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. The intensity is light, and the purpose for this one is to loosen up that whole spine and pelvis area. So a lot of times different parts of the spine get stiff and tight, same with the pelvis. We want to loosen it up with this exercise, and this will help loosen up the muscles that attach to those bones as well. So that's one of them down. That's one of the restorative exercises down. Now moving to the second exercise. And there you go, it's thread the needle. So how this one works is, so we're going from like a standing position back into that 4-point position. So going from standing into that 4-point position, and then you're going to take one arm and bring it through, and then bring that shoulder through, and you're trying to reach as far as you can. And with this one, we're really getting a stretch in the hips, we're getting a stretch throughout the spine, and I'll get you to switch sides, Donna Lee, and that's where you go from one side, then you're going to switch the other side, and then you can really see with Donna Lee, she's stretching out through her hips, through the muscles just above the hips, and throughout the spine. So we're almost getting like a twisting stretch with this exercise, because in the spine moves in all 3 planes of movement: forward and back, side to side, and also rotation. So with the first exercise, the cat and dog, we loosen things up in the forward and back direction. Now with this one, we're loosening up, improving the mobility and movement in the rotation or twisting movement, which will help ease the muscles that attach to things, and it'll make you feel better and help relax your mind. Now looking at the sets, reps, and time and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. As you can see, Donna Lee's alternating back and forth. The intensity for this one is light. And I want sets, reps, and then the time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. So it could be a couple seconds, and I've kind of highlighted the purpose of this exercise. Okay, so we've gone from the second restorative exercise. Now we're moving on to the third restorative exercise. There you go, it's the praying stretch. So how this one breaks down and what the starting point is, so you're going to go from standing and you're going to move down into that kneeling position. You're going to sit back on the heels, and then you're going to reach out with the arms, drop through the shoulders, and really sit back in your hips. And now what we're doing is, once again, we're working through that spine, elongating, loosening up that spine. Also, we're loosening up the shoulders because we're dropping through the shoulders, and we're loosening up in that hip area. Now, with this one, when it relates to sets, reps, time, and intensity, sets would be 1. Repetitions with this one would be 1, and the time would be 30 seconds. So we're holding this end position for 30 seconds. The intensity is light, and the purpose, I've kind of talked about it, targeting the hips, targeting the spine, targeting the shoulders. So 3 of them down, moving on to the 4th one. There we go, so knees to side. And how this one is breaking down, so you're going from a standing position, you're going to move down to the mat, sitting back on the mat, laying down on the mat, relax in the upper body, feet are together, knees are together, and then you're going to drop the knees to one side. You're going to hold that position. You're going to hold that position for a good 30 seconds. And then you would move over to the other side. And what we're really working on, very similar areas as the thread the needle, but we're getting a stretch higher up in the IT band and upper thigh area, which carries on into that low back spine area. We're loosening up the spine as well. And we've kind of flipped things. So with the thread the needle, the upper body is moving and the lower body's fixed. Now we kind of reverse things. The upper body's fixed and we're moving the lower body. Now when it relates to the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets are 1, repetitions are 1, time is 30 seconds, intensity is light. This is a static stretching exercise and a mobility exercise. And the purpose of this exercise is to target those areas I talked about. IT band, upper thigh or thigh area, hip, pelvis, low back area. Okay, so we've gone through 4 of them. Now moving to the 5th one, so we'll have to move from the mat over to the wall for the 5th one. So Donnelly's just going to go over here and utilize the wall to go through this one. And there we go. So it's just legs on the wall. And if she wants to kind of intensify things, she just moves her seat closer to the wall, and that will intensify the stretch throughout the legs and throughout the hamstrings and glute area. And she would just hold that position and hold that position for a good 30 seconds. Now, breaking it down, how when it relates to the starting position and stuff. So you start off in standing. Okay, you'd move towards the wall, and then you work your way to the ground. Sit. You move as close to the wall as you comfortably can. Then you bring the legs on the wall. And what you're looking for is a light stretch in the hamstring and glute area. If you're not feeling that, you can move your seat closer to the wall. And there you go, then you're holding that position. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 1, time would be a good 30 seconds. The intensity is light. This is a static stretch. We're not targeting any mobility. And then the purpose of this is a couple-fold. With the legs in the air, we're helping with circulation and moving things away from the lower leg and the feet to the rest of the body, so we're helping with circulation. Also, we're working on loosening up things in the hamstring and in the glute area. So there you go. Give those 5 restorative exercises a go. Your muscles will enjoy it, your mind will enjoy it, because it definitely helps you kind of relax everything. Now, if you want some of my best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming back pain, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks That Fight Back Pain and Tightness. Just click right here. Let me know where to send the report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/backs. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comment section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.